What about your parents? They were like, uh, they told you to go in a precise path in your life, or they give you freedom to choose?
As I told you, my parents didn't know anything about spirituality. But every Hindu family have tradition here. We have our family deities, family god and family goddesses. So every family is part of living tradition from thousand and thousand years. Like we have a clan system. We call it Gotra clan system. So we know from thousands years before when our rishis came, rishis means our sages, our true forefathers. Who was my forefather 50,000 years before? It called Gotra. And I'm Bharadwaj. My family came from Bharadwaj Rishi. So this living tradition is there in every Hindu family in India. So by nature, they were spiritual, but they didn't know anything about yoga, anything about organized spiritual system, and so on. So when I started, they did not have any question because here, if child is becoming spiritual, they're happy. Only thing they're a bit worried when child start to say that I am going to be monk, because no parents want that the child will live life and be renunciate and be in part of caves and things. So there came moment a little bit that my mother asked me, "What do you want?" I say, "No, I'm not going to do anything. Don't worry. I have beard. I had very long hair also. So I said, don't worry, I will stay." So then she became relaxed. Then they never asked me anything. Never. So they never stopped me actually. They had confidence that he's not going anywhere and what he's following, let him do. There was mutual understanding in something. They are not intellectual people at all. But they can feel, they can perceive. So in that way, there was no any kind of restriction. And as I told you, to be part of this culture have recognition for that. Let's say, just talk about great Western philosopher, Friedrich Nietzsche. You know Friedrich Nietzsche?
Yeah.
He killed himself. Try to understand the entire scenario. If he could born here, he could be great master because this culture recognized that. In West, it's very hard. So there are not only Friedrich Nietzsche, but there are some other great figures who had big crises in life because that culture cannot recognize it. What is mysticism? That is not part of culture. It's destroyed. Here, very normal, very natural. No question. So I did not have that problem. So my journey went smooth then. Of course, I had personal challenges because, as I told, we came from very basic background. So I had to stand on my feet to work economically because there was zero support. Hardly my parents gave us education, food, because they were from very basic background, really basic. So in that I had my challenges, as everyone is having. In between that, I consistently remain on my path. And then slowly I reached here. I'm here having business, having my sadhana, my practice continues.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What yoga gave you in your life?
Yoga gave me everything what my inner self was looking for. Answers, my curiosities, my well-being, and above all, sense of totality. Whatever we are looking for, searching for, willing to learn, willing to know, if you see innermost nature of mind and senses are always lacking. That's why they are going outside to know, outside to feel, outside to eat, outside to enjoy, means something is lacking. An approach of yoga and spirituality is to attain the deeper sense of totality, that I am complete. So when this sense comes, this awakening comes, means lacking will be not there. So you are part of life, you are doing everything, but you don't lack. So yoga gave me that, because yoga is a practical code of conduct. It's part of religion, and same time it's not religion. Anyone can practice. It doesn't matter you are Christian or whoever you are, you can practice. Yoga never says believe in this, follow this. No, do and experience.
Yeah.
So yoga gave me very organized practical code of conduct, that this is methodology of meditation, methodology of this practice. Do this, attain mental, physical, emotional, and spiritual well-being. Because for me, when I speak about well-being, for me, well-being is physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual. Complete. Not only physical, not only mental. So it's a very holistic approach, which combines every aspect of life.
Yeah.
So yoga gave me that bridge, preparation to reach there, which is beyond yoga.
Do you think there are misconceptions in the Western world about yoga?
Absolutely.
I mean, I saw that a lot of people think that yoga is just exercise,
Yeah.
and it's just going to lessons and take pictures of themselves and say that they do yoga. No, but do you think that there are other misconceptions? Do you want to say something about it?
There are many misconceptions. It's hard to touch all misconceptions. You can understand from one example. These days, if you see classical tradition of yoga and today's different forms of yoga, then you will easily understand how yoga started in classical form through Hatha Yoga. Hatha Yoga means Ha and Tha means sun and moon, means lunar and solar vitalities. Left is lunar, right is solar. To create harmony. Because when there is harmony in mind, only harmonious mind can lead towards awakening. A restless mind can't do anything. Anxious mind can't lead you anywhere. Right? Depressed mind can't lead you anywhere. What you need? Harmony in mind. That mind can grow. So classical approach is very much towards harmony, as I spoke about absolute well-being. A harmonious mind can grow because concentration, focus is the key. A focused mind can observe. Unfocused mind cannot observe. These days people are reading book. Observation is the greatest, and they try to do. Without training mind, how mind can observe? Okay, I read a book, observation is great thing, and I start to observe, but mind is still restless. For 1 second, that will be on the object of observation, and after that it will lose. So I'm thinking I'm observing, but I'm not observing. So try to understand, people are thinking they are observing, but they are not observing because they are following information, not the practice. For practice, they need discipline. So these days, if you see different form of yoga, because in West, when kings goes in West, they are used to for market. Everything is part of market. Just another example I'm giving. In old days, you had limited shops. When you were going to market to buy yogurt, there was one type of yogurt, no confusion. Nowadays, you have 100 type of yogurt. Mango yogurt, banana yogurt, this yogurt, that yogurt. So choice came, but confusion also came. With choice, problem also came. Before there was no confusion. There is one yogurt, simple. So is same time evolution also, but big confusion also. So in yoga, beer yoga, naked yoga, cold yoga, hot yoga, power yoga, ashtanga yoga, iyengar yoga, and so on. And they all are modified from Hatha Yoga to give it a sporty shape. So what was the end and where it went? Totally different direction. So there are many misconceptions. People are taking it more towards sport. Sport have its great advantage. Aerobic have its great advantage. But that is not yoga. Aim of yoga was something to make body very supple, light, stable, and with that body to meditate, to prepare mind, and with that prepare mind to lead on the path of higher consciousness.
Yeah.
So there are many misconceptions. So what we need holistic approach. Because you have something very beautiful in West, we have something very beautiful in East. We need both. A holistic approach. To meet on certain point, both mindset can meet with different cultural background, with different mindset, with different interest. We both can meet. But if there is superiority complex that I say I'm the best and you say you are the best, meeting will not take place. So what we need, holistic approach to work out on this misconception. And this is not for everyone. This I want to make clear. Everyone is not for them. There are people who are happy just with sport type of yoga. They're only for muscles, bones, good shape of breast, good shape of buttocks. That's it. But there are some people who are looking a bit more about heart, about wisdom, that how to expand that with this help, that yoga can give me a harmonious mind, and that harmonious mind I can use to grow in the expansion of consciousness.
Mhm. I think that sometimes people they don't aware about their mental process. For example, they think that they're doing yoga, but actually they're not.
Yeah.
So how can they recognize the difference between one and the other one?
So actually, things we have to understand regarding to hierarchy and priority. When you're putting certain things in priority in your life, then you put your heart, you research, you contemplate, you see when you are practicing what kind of changes are happening, what kind of things are coming in your emotional level, physical level, mental level, and many levels, right? So on that basis, your research is also going on, investigation is also going on, and it should be ongoing process always. And meanwhile, what type of people you are meeting? These competent people give things to right people who are prepared. Let's say I'm telling you eat chapati, and you can't digest chapati. Why should I push you? So right lesson should be to right person, and it is not that other people are not for that. Everyone can do, but they are not ready for that. So this preparedness, you have to work on that, that you culture your deservingness. And when you culture your deservingness, so your question will be answered, that they will find out their way. They will find out that alternative. They will find out that it is working for them, they are on right path or not. So it's a self journey. No one can do. Let's say Jesus Christ is coming here, for example, and start to say, my son, this is path for you. Do this practice, learn this practice. And I'm ignorant. I will say, no, even first of all, you doesn't look like Jesus Christ because I have my own image of Jesus Christ, right? So what teaching I will receive? I'm not ready. Even then, Jesus Christ cannot work. But when you are ready, even a simple person can teach. So self-preparation is very important on this basis, that how we can understand that it is working for us, how we can understand that we are on the right track, how we can understand that we are evolving. So to be self-responsible, to be aware, to keep working on that. It's not that you enter in kindergarten and next day you will do your PhD, your thesis. No, it's not working like this. You have to go systematically.
Sometimes when I speak with people and I suggest meditation or yoga just to improve their awareness, sometimes people answer me that why I deserve to do yoga or meditation. I'm aware of my life, but you see that they're not actually. So, but how can you tell them that they're not if they are sure about themselves to be aware actually, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's difficult also to push people to be aware of themselves, no?
Yeah.
And what do you do in these cases? Do you just leave or try to help people to be more aware?
Look, the problem is if someone is awake and pretending that sleeping, right? You are on bed, you are awake, but you are pretending that I'm sleeping, then no one can wake you up. No one can wake you up. So you have to understand on whom you are working. You're wasting your time, wasting your energy, or there is potential in that person. There is interest. Potential means interest. Potentially everyone is for that. But by interest, you can't create that. Interest is very individual thing. Sometimes there are people that you see at the moment they are not interested, but you can recognize their skills. So on those people you can work, you can inspire, you can motivate, you can talk, you can bring good, healthy arguments to prepare them. But in all cases, it's not working. So you have to be very careful with whom you are investing your time, energy, and your efforts. Of course, otherwise it's pure wastage of life. That's why many people are telling about Indian gurus, traditional gurus. I'm talking, not modern, traditional gurus. They are hiding things. They're keeping secrets. So actually, they were not keeping secret. They were not hiding anything. They were giving things to right person. If you see our yoga tradition, tantra tradition, mantra tradition, bhakti tradition, all traditions are starting with word atha. Atha means now we start journey of yoga. Now we start bhakti. Now we start tantra. Now we start mantra. So now word is not like that. Let's start. Now means, are you sure? Are you ready? Your mind, heart, body is here, and now that what I'm giving to you, it will be absorbed. Otherwise, what is happening with modern mind? Modern mind is chaos, is restless, is anxious. It cannot process data, inner data of your conscience and intuitiveness, and outer data of all information. It cannot process. That's why it says it's hard for modern mind to reach where rishis reached, those great people reached. It's hard. Yeah, because mind is chaos. So we have to understand very carefully, if I'm using my potential time, it should be on potential people.
Yeah. You have children?
Yes.
How many?
2.
And what's the best teaching that you think that for them is important?
For me, teaching is secondary thing. Important is that thought to make child. That one should be very aware when they are planning to prepare child. First thing is start that how healthy your juices are. Ovum of woman and semen of man. What kind of quality juices are there? For that we have support here. In Ayurveda we have part, in yoga we have part. A living tradition is there, that how to purify, how to strengthen, and then what kind of child you want, it can come. So this starts from there. Consciously, man and woman does that consciously. And then how you are coupling for that. And after that, of course, then teachings and family support comes, which can give child that kind of foundation or support that child can naturally absorb things we don't impose. But for me, is secondary, as I told. For me, first part is how do people prepare themselves for a child. How? How, as I told, preparing for quality juices, quality semen and quality ovum. So for that, there is Ayurvedic part with certain herbs that already months before you start to use. Food, seasonal proper food, proper sleep, proper waking up, proper yoga, certain asana, certain breathing, certain meditation, and then what kind of interests you have, because that is going to affect quality of child. So what kind of idea you have? You want an intellectual child, you want a child who can have a scientific brain, you want a child who can have poetic abilities, you want a child who can have other artistic things, or any kind of thing. This you can decide actually as per quality of your juices. So this is a system in India, an entire process called garbhadhana, how to conceive a baby.
Okay.
Because a child is not only a result of sex. Unfortunately, these days, children are a result of sex. 2 people have sex and all of a sudden woman is saying, darling, I got pregnant. It looks very strange. They should be prepared that they are going to bring a very good human to the world. You and me are the unit of the world. First unit. What kind of mindset I have, what kind of psyche I have, what kind of energy I have, how I am going to contribute to the world or destroy the world, or ignorant, or idiot, or skilled, or talented.
Yeah.
So it starts from that very basic first thought.
Yeah. And did you do for your children?
Yes.
And which type of work did you do? And actually, it worked?
Yeah, it worked. I had clear idea that what I want.
Okay. So can you tell me more?
It's very personal.
Okay, if you want.
But I had clear idea that what kind of soul I want, that I was inviting according to my ability. At that time, my resources were very limited, but I did my best, whatever I could do, to take care of my juices, take care of the juices of my partner and her life and my life. Because beside that, I was passing through with big change in my life, and to settle down in my economical part, business part. So simultaneously, many things were going on. Sometimes you plan something and you cannot execute properly. But whatever I did my best to prepare my partner psychologically for that also. And I could see that result in child.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And they have some characteristic in their
Yes.
personality?
Yes. And it will be more clear when they will be more adult.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. How old are they?
One is 9 and one is 22.
Oh, wow. Okay. So very different.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And the 22 years old is a young man, actually. So, and he's interested in the yoga?
Yeah, he is doing at the moment his academic things. He is into technology. He's doing his BTech, and he's into data science and things. So he's on the way to make his career. But because strong genetic is there, so these genes will work on right moment.
In the right moment. So,
Because just think about you, feel about you. You came from certain family. So always this imprint of family genes will remain there. And your skills will develop accordingly because you have precise genetics. Everyone is different. Blueprint of everyone is different. As per mother, father, grandparents, 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 all. You have everyone. I have everyone of my all family lineage. So that will manifest for sure. How I take care and lead certain qualities is up to me.
what I see in our society, in the Western world, I think that a lot of people are distracted. They cannot reach the full knowledge about life and about how act in their life. How about act with their children? Know how to teach their children to live, actually, and it is more complicated also to have a changing. I think that the change is very difficult for human being in general.
Yeah.
And but in distracted people is more difficult. So what do you suggest to start changing for the people? So did you suggest some practical training?
Look,
Daily practical day training?
important thing is this word freedom. This freedom is very misused because they think I'm free, whatever I want, I do. Freedom, real freedom is that when you are free from fear, doubt, and insecurity. That is real freedom. But now freedom is becoming perversion. People don't know what freedom means. They think they're free. So this thing is very big responsibility of family. They have to teach. That one can get sense of total responsibility. And this very much starts from family. It's not only schooling, it's not only social thing, it's very much start from family. They have this responsibility. We can't blame new generation for that. I can say, oh, you are in this generation, you are bad in that, you are bad in this. But where from you got this all? First from family, then from society, then from school. So all elements are important in that. So if someone will take responsibility on first hand, that is family, then child will program good because we are programmed. And then ultimate brainwash, sorry to say, is coming from universities. You go with precise mindset and you come back with proper propaganda in your mind. Either this or that, or leftist or rightist, or capitalist, or this or this or this. So who is free? Freedom is a great thing, a great sense of responsibility. And as I told, real freedom is when you are free from insecurity, fear and doubt. So this thing is very much part of family, that they should teach child a precise code of conduct which can help a child to make right decisions. This generation is passing through with the huge crisis of self-identity and decision-making.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
Mind is chaos. People think that what I'm thinking is right. Mind have 4 aspects. Thinking faculty is one faculty. Thinking faculty is one faculty. It only thinks. It called manas in Sanskrit. Decisive faculty is different faculty. It's called buddhi in Sanskrit. Decisive faculty. Discriminative, which discriminate between appropriate, non-appropriate, right and wrong. Third faculty is authoritative faculty, ego, which validates. And fourth faculty of mind is subconscious, my collective experiences. So when coordination is between 4 things, then decision is done. But can you see anyone who can help us in our family, in our society, in our school, how to build up our decisiveness? Always we listen one thing from childhood: think, 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 and think. Thinking faculty is not decisive faculty. We need to develop and sharpen other faculty of mind called buddhi, decisiveness. Parents, they don't know. Schools, they don't know. Everyone is willing that my child can be a doctor, can be this, can be that. No one about a healthy human. And second thing, every parents want that my child can be polite to others, good manners, respect to others, feel pain of other. No one tells how to take care of you. If you are not happy, how you can make other happy? If you are not aware in you, how you can make aware other person? If you are not good in you, how you can make world beautiful? Tell me. So this is a cultural thing that you are teaching to take care for others. But what about you? Understand?
Yeah.
So this is a big part which need a very important education for parents also. Not only child, not only new generation, because new generation is product of something.
Of course. The most common thing that I heard from people is, oh, I'll have to do a lesson of yoga now. I should do it, but I have no time. So the sofa is so comfortable, and I like my life actually. So I don't want to improve something. Maybe it's too stressful or something like this, no? But they know that they want in some way.
Yeah.
So what do you suggest to these people?
This is the most irrelevant reply and answer that I don't have time. Look, I give you one example. People are busy on social media, people are busy on Instagram, people are busy on WhatsApp, people go for coffee, people go for dinner, people go for shopping, people spend their time with their friends and outings. Means for this all you have time. What it means? Your priorities are different. And what is my model? What I'm suggesting to my all people who are coming here. Go for coffee, cut 5 minutes. Go for WhatsApp, cut 5 minutes. Go for Instagram, cut 10 minutes. Go for dinner, cut 10 minutes. Go for shopping, cut 10 minutes. 10 minutes. Easy, you will have 1 to 2 hours for you. Not 10 minutes, 1 to 2 hours. Every day. So don't make excuse that you don't have time. You have time. Now, other example. Let's say you are coming from office. You are not only sitting on couch. You are coming from office very tired. But today, you have to meet your girlfriend. Doesn't matter how tired you are, you go. Because it's important. So means you have certain priorities you created. And for that, doesn't matter how you feel, how tired you are, how many other things are there to do. You will do that because it's important for you. But this thing which is healthy for you, this is not in your to-do list. It's not important for you yet. So when priorities are there, you will do. And you will definitely organize time for you. As I told you, to cut 5 minutes from every activity. I'm not saying to not go for WhatsApp, social media, Instagram, party, coffee, dinner, because it's a part of your culture. You do. I'm only saying cut 5 minutes from every activity. Because people are telling me, Ram, you are Indian. In India, it's so easy to do these things. I said, no, we have our due responsibilities. I have my work. I don't have all free time. I have to pay tax. I have to work with accountant. I have to deal with power, water, food, my guest, my classes, my teachings, my work. We are very busy also. But it's about priority. How you prioritize things. It's always possible. So this excuse is the most childish excuse. Means we are very unaware for our priorities. We are making excuse. And every excuse makes us weak and careless.
Okay. Yeah. Of course.
This is most common excuse people are making here. All the time. I am teaching from last 25 years. And in 25 years, always I listen this and I always reply this. Look, it's not about to stop your activities. Do. Cut time. Instead of half an hour or 1 hour on Instagram, 50 minutes.
Okay.
5 minutes less in WhatsApp and as so in different activities.
Okay. Talking a little bit more about the practice. So I think that everybody has their own medicine. No. So yoga is like a path, of course, but there are a lot of things inside. No, there is meditation, pranayama, and asanas, of course. And what's your medicine actually? I think Hatha Yoga is your medicine if you do the yoga.
Foundation.
Yeah, but do you feel that something affects your body more than the other one? I mean, do you think that, for example, pranayama affects your body more than meditation, or meditation more the asana, or asana more the pranayama, or are all combined?
All combined.
Okay.
Because your body is designed to move. Look, I created a term. Mobilize your body, stabilize your mind. Body need mobilization and mind need stabilization. Mind is so unstable, chaos and anxious. It needs stability through meditation. Through yoga, mobilize your body. And when you mobilize your body through yoga, you purify this, then pranayama will work because channels are clean, so prana can flow. And when prana, like it's called eightfolded systematic paths. There are some basic rules called yamas and niyama, then basic rule, basic foundation. And then asana comes, physical preparation. When physically you're supple, your channels are clean up, then pranayama will work because when you will do breathing techniques, prana can flow those channels. And when prana is properly flowing, your senses and mind is getting calm. And when senses and mind is getting calm, it's called pratyahara. When it's pratyahara, withdrawal of senses, that next comes dharana, means with calm senses and mind can stay focused easy. And when with focus you reach to one pointed focus called dhyana, meditation, when absolute one pointed focus in there, you are ready for samadhi, final awakening. So step by step it goes like this. So it's all one piece, not the separate.
Of course.
Entire holistic approach from body till higher consciousness.
Yeah. Do you think there are some controversial in yoga? I mean, like I told you, like I asked you before, in the Western world, I think there are a lot of misconception, no? But do you think that now there is a controversy, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Controversial, yeah. In yoga, so do you think that something changed in the approach of yoga in the Western world? Or in general, also here in India, I don't know if...
Yeah, here is changing a little way that people try to make their clients happy.
Okay.
So some of them, they're westernizing. They don't understand one thing. People are here for India. They're not here for Western way of yoga. Western, you have your teachers. Here they are for essence. What is the soul and the essence of yoga? So we have to be aware for this to preserve and protect that part. And so we are working hard. So in everywhere, in every country, you had people who go more for commercial side, which is not a problem. You can do business. But what is my point? With business, you maintain authenticity if you are part of lineage. If you are more in sporty type of yoga, different thing. But in West, very few people are there who are with values. I mean, who are value means who are trying to follow lineage. That what is aim actually of yoga. Otherwise, behind that, very naked hidden agenda of business is there.
Okay. According to some thoughts that I have, and I think that happiness and peace are different faces of the same medal. And so I'd like to ask you, what's happiness for you, and what peace for you, and if you feel happy in your life in this moment, or if you feel in peace in your life in this moment.
Yes, I feel peace and happy. I feel peace in me. I feel happy also. Because actual peace and happiness is unconditional. That one day is not depending on anything. When the happiness and peace which is dependent on things is not permanent, because things are subject to change. Everything will change. But there is something in our consciousness, in our deeper self, which is not subject of change, death, and decay. So in my heart, there is peace. In my heart, there is happiness. It's not that happiness which I will show as a laugh. No. If you see old arts of, let's say, Buddha or these meditative people, they have slight smiling lips, slight smile. That is a sign of inner bliss, that in which state they are. And they earn that with their journey, with their discipline, with their practices. I'm on that point in me, not on the point of Buddha. I'm saying in me, what is peace and happiness for me? I'm there. I'm not lacking that. Beside that, I'm still working. I'm having my day-to-day challenges. I'm dealing with everything, with all good, bad, sweet, bitter. I'm dealing with everything. But in one corner of my heart, it is permanent there. Doesn't matter what kind of hurricane is coming in life, it's not going away now.
Okay. So I'd like to ask you the last question. I like if you want to show some, I don't know, some pranayama exercise or not, would be amazing for us.
Tradition gives very practical code of conduct of that. If you see mind, in mind, what is affecting everything? Patterns, tendencies, modifications. So usually in West, especially in West, people try to fix mind directly with mental approach or rational approach, or by psychology, or by reading books. It's not about that. It's about how we train mind for concentration and focus. So what here in tradition it said, every breath patterns affects brain pattern. The way you breathe, your emotions change, your thought is changing, your organs are functioning differently. So in our tradition, what first lesson they gave us? Learn equal breathing from belly. Equal amount of inhale, equal amount of exhale, harmoniously, without making sound or breath. No friction in lungs. Friction means fire in lungs. It can damage lungs. So peaceful flow breath in, peaceful flow breath out through belly breathing, or diaphragmatic breathing, you can say, using diaphragm with straight spine, neck, and head. Means when you are straight spine, neck, and head, blood can flow smoothly to brain. And when blood is flowing smoothly to brain patterns are harmonious. So by harmonizing breathing, we can harmonize brain. And when brain patterns are harmonized, what is first thing is getting affected? Heart. Heart rate is harmonious. Kidneys are normal. Liver is normal. Reproductive system is normal. Liver is normal. Digestive system is normal. Endocrine system is normal. But the moment pattern goes up, first heart goes boom, boom, and every system is disaligned. So to us, our great masters taught us how to learn first equal breathing, how to breathe properly, how to learn breathing. Breath. Very harmonious inhale, soundless, very harmonious exhale, soundless. This is first part. And Respectively, there are many other techniques, but this is the first foundation. If you organize your breathing, you organize your mind, your life will be paradise. Paradise, I tell you.